This coming Sunday is the 14th Sunday in Ordinary Time. We continue to hear gospel passages during this liturgical season that speak about Jesus and his disciples. This week's account is from Luke chapter 10, verses 1 through 12 and 17 through 20. Let's take a listen. At that time, the Lord appointed 72 others whom he sent ahead of him in pairs to every town and place he intended to visit. He said to them, "The harvest is abundant, but the laborers are few. So ask the master of the harvest to send out laborers for his harvest. Go on your way. Behold, I am sending you like lambs among wolves. Carry no money bag, no sack, no sandals, and greet no one along the way. Into whatever house you enter, first say, 'Peace to this household.' If a peaceful person lives there, your peace will rest on him. But if not, it will return to you. Stay in the same house and eat and drink what is offered to you, for the laborer deserves his payment. Do not move about from one house to another. Whatever town you enter and they welcome you, eat what is set before you. Cure the sick in it and say to them, 'The kingdom of God is at hand for you.' Whatever town you enter and they do not receive you, go out into the streets and say, 'The dust of your town that clings to our feet, even that we shake off against you.' Yet know this, the kingdom of God is at hand. I tell you, it will be more tolerable for Sodom on that day than for that town." The 72 returned rejoicing and said, "Lord, even the demons are subject to us because of your name." Jesus said, "I have observed Satan fall like lightning from the sky. Behold, I have given you the power to tread upon serpents and scorpions and upon the full force of the enemy, and nothing will harm you. Nevertheless, do not rejoice because the spirits are subject to you, but rejoice because your names are written in heaven." Jesus has decided to do a kind of on-the-job training exercise with his disciples. He sends out 72 of them. He sends them out in pairs. They have been listening to Jesus and watching what he, their master, has done, and now it is time for them to put what they have learned into practice. It might be a bit like the young people who receive the sacrament of confirmation and that are sent out to live what they have been learning, to live their faith in word and in deed as they grow in maturity. Jesus gives his disciples a few instructions. Be careful. You will be like lambs among wolves. In other words, you and the message you are delivering will not be received well by everyone. Also, he says that they are to travel light. In other words, don't depend on things, but depend on him. He is calling for deeper trust in him and in his message. The same is true for all of us, that as we go out to proclaim Jesus' message, we need to be cautious and we need to place our trust in him. For the disciples and for us, there are many who might be anxious about being sent out on mission. It might be something new for us. It can have a kind of awkwardness about it. But we're told the good news is that the disciples return rejoicing. They have come back from this training project. They say, "Lord, even the demons are subject to us because of your name." The disciples are actually amazed at the good they were able to do. They are rejoicing. They're happy with this first venture out in ministry. They come to see that Jesus is true to his word. That joy is available for us as well as we venture forth to proclaim the good news of salvation by our words and by our actions. Jesus will be with us, and we will come back rejoicing. Let the gospel fill your week. See you in church. For now, God bless.